Hi, so this video is going to be completely my trip that I took to San Diego, California, and it's all just me like filming what I was doing and where I was going. So I'm going to do a voiceover through the whole thing and just talk about where I was, what I was doing, and yeah, enjoy. So this is the meditation gardens. It was so beautiful, such a nice temperature. We also meditated for a little bit and you could see the ocean, feel the nice breeze, and here's the koi pond. Amazing. It was just so tranquil and zen at this garden, hence the name Meditation Gardens. But we stared at the fish for so long. I love this one fish down there, and it just looks like a large betta fish to me. They're so majestic and beautiful, and I understand why people paint them, because while looking at them I totally wanted to paint them. And this guy came right up to us and said hello. And then this is a dog park we went to. It's specifically meant to, it's called the dog park, and you're meant to bring your dogs to it. I was walking barefoot. I'm visiting my friend on this trip, and she lives there year round. So she's used to all of this, and I'm not. So I wanted to take my shoes off and feel the sand after being freezing cold in the snow where I live. Okay, now this is a walk right next to the ocean. I loved that little archway there. I just thought that was so cool. But this is a beautiful walk I went on one of the mornings that I was here. You can see the surfers in the distance. There were so many surfers, and I'm sure there's surfers all year round. I love being near the ocean. There's some more surfers. The smell of it, the feel of it. And then this is a little area where you can walk down a stairwell onto the rocks. And then this was just a little area where the water was rippling on the roof of a little tiny cave, and I thought it was really pretty. And then in these next clips, this is a rock that was kind of like a clay material, which I feel like I personally don't encounter a lot. And so I was just like playing around and scratching it. But it was just a very soft rock, and I thought it was really cool. And here there was a little hole in the rock that was perfect for putting your foot in to climb up it. And here's a little baby crab walking on the rocks. And then here we have light rippling on the ceiling of the rock again. And this moss that looked like it was in the shape of a skull that I thought was super cool. And then here I am on the beach. I had just dipped myself into the water, and this is Hotel Lafayette. It looked like we stepped onto the set of a movie or a TV show. This is the jazz lounge that's right next to it. But the whole thing... Oh, this is the vinyl bar that we went to after. They're spinning records. So another really cool spot. And then this beach that's right next to the town with the shops. So you can literally just walk right onto the beach. This little walkway that we were walking on right next to the water. Literally so beautiful. And so magical. And pretty much every night we watched the sunset. So here's a clip. We watched it going down beneath the horizon. And this is me on the plane ride home. I had the whole row to myself, so I could just lay down on all three seats, and it was a red eye, so I definitely took advantage of that. And then here's the city. The lights were twinkling, so I wanted to get that on camera. So ever since I started applying for colleges, I kind of had a dream of going to college in California. Because of the lifestyle there, I knew that a lot of people in the entertainment industry live in California, and I kind of strive for that, like filmmakers, film writers, and also the lifestyle of like hippie, bohemian, vegan, laid back, slower lifestyle. All of that kind of clicked as California in my mind, and I really wanted to go to college there. And then ever since that, I kind of have had a dream in my mind that I might want to live there one day. I didn't end up going to college in California. I ended up going on the East Coast, which I still love my college experience. I was by the water, and it was cold, but I still really loved it. So anyways, it was great getting to spend 5 days in California with my friend to just experience it and see how it felt to be there, to kind of see what it would be like to live there. And I can say I wouldn't want to live in a city area. I'm definitely a more rural kind of gal. Even though there are more opportunities in the city, more job opportunities and people, more things to do, but I just think that I'm generally happier when I'm more integrated into nature. So maybe I would enjoy a more nature-based part of California, but the part of San Diego that I stayed in was kind of city-like. So I don't think I would necessarily want to live in that part, but I did enjoy how it was temperate there the whole time. It was like 60s, in that range. And it was very, very nice, and it was by the water, and I loved it. But it definitely was a good perspective to see. And it was also just a nice time to pause my life here and take some time to reflect and experience something different and get a break from the snow and the really cold weather. I think that I would miss living where I live if I did move, even though it's really cold here. I would miss the seasons. I would miss all the people that live here, my family, my friends, and yeah, but it is quite amazing there. That is to say that I didn't talk to many locals there. I didn't like branch out and try to make myself talk to people. I mostly talked to my friend and her friends. So maybe getting to know the locals there would be a whole other experience, which I'm sure it would. And maybe I would find like-minded people. As long as I'm still being my authentic self and living my truth, then it's all right, and the right people will find me. So you attract what you put out. And I think that's true, that I am attracting what I'm putting out, and maybe not quite realizing that. And yeah, it's like whether you realize it or not, everything that is in your life right now is what you have attracted into your life and what you've put out. into the universe. So, yeah. But that was my trip to California. And I hope future me enjoys watching it. Bye.